Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports.
And guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline has it.
It's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Buzelis out there with Vucevic, and it's Okoro in at the 3 spot. And for the Warriors, Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. Then there's Moses Moody. Then it's Curry and Richard. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone.
If Steph even misses one of those.
Out to White, and there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
And he quickly picks up his first foul. That's something to be aware of.
And Chicago has possession. White, wide open. He fires. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And shot on the way. And it's Green missing. Chicago with the ball. Here's Okoro, and that comes off the assist by Giddey.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Right side, Green. Shot clock at 6. Curry passes it to Moody. Golden State moving it around. Butler from outside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And Butler has shown you he is very comfortable in those situations. The shot clock winding down and the pressure building.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, there was a bit of uncertainty over the summer about whether the Bulls would stick with Billy Donovan or not. He also received some interest from the Knicks, but that was cleared up when the organization chose to extend him on a multi-year deal. It cements his role with the team as they continue to build. Guys, the Bulls have committed to Billy Donovan for the long haul.
He knows his stuff.
That others might pass on.
Now, here's Okoro. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's White. It's good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
A shot by Curry, no good.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
Okoro passes to Vucevic. Now, Buzelis. They get it again. And Vucevic kicks to Okoro. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. And that one drops for him. 6 points for Vucevic.
And the instincts on the glass. Love how Vucevic tracks these misses down and then able to convert.
The Bulls leading by 4. White with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. White, good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Green. And just miss after miss right now. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
They're so close in that one, but that's some no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
Look, I know it's easier said than done, but you've got to just move on. You can't dwell on it and let it affect the next performance.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "We're watching with Steph as one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Back to you.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, we thank you very much. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Chicago also making some changes. Williams comes in for Buzelis. And it's Dosunmu in for Okoro. Warriors trail by 6. Here's Horford. He can't get that one.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Giddey finds Williams. Here's Dosunmu. Back to Williams. Pass to Dosunmu. A steal. And here comes Horford leading the fast break. And that one good.
And it's the long arms and broad shoulders that make Horford such a tough matchup inside. Teams try to get physical with him, but he's usually up to the challenge.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Healed from outside. It's rebounded by Giddey.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
And here is Giddey. Following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Hits it from three-point range.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
It's stolen by Kuminga. Jumps up, throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some run.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls out front. They lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And that's where their advantage is. Throw the ball inside, make it difficult for the defense to make some decisions.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Williams is out there with Smith. Then it's Dosunmu. Then it's Kevin Huerter. And it's Jones in at the point.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
What a gifted shooter. Hield is especially dangerous from the corner.
Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages. But they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
And Williams drops them both. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injuries.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grape.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Podziemski. His three-pointers off the mark.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Drills it from outside.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Payton, he's checked in for Kuminga. Draymond Green comes in for Hield. And Stephen Curry is subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. The Bulls also changing it up. Buzelis is checked in for Smith. Okoro comes in for Kevin Huerter. And Josh Giddey subbed in for Trey Jones. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Pass to Payton. On the wing, Green. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Green's got 5 now.
Well, if Green is taking quick shots like that, it speaks to how confident he is.
Here's Williams. Back to Giddey. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Payton. Warriors trail by 7. Butler finds Green. Launches it. Rebound by Williams. Dosunmu with it. He had 15 points last outing. Okoro shot is off. Outside, Green. That doesn't go either for Green. Chicago leading by 7. Here's Dosunmu. And again, no good by Chicago. Here's Curry with the 3. Tips it up. Back to Green. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Butler missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making
The NBA by way of Australia. Their great skill development program showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8" but plays like a small point guard.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
It doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
Curry passes to Payton. Off target from outside. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Williams with a clean look. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got 5 assists in the game. And so Steve Kerr tries to call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Vucevic checked in for Chicago. Kobe White comes in for Dosunmu. Curry outside. Curry from 3.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Pass to Okoro. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. Number 5, the Warriors.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Now here's Giddey.